Hey folks, today in Crossing South, we visit Tijuana and its growing trend towards specialty coffee. And TJ has always been Mexico's taco innovator, and you can see it now. You know, there's something going on in Tijuana. It's really an interesting time to come here, to visit, to be part of it. Tijuanonians are waking up to different tastes, different feels, different things that weren't common here. Mexicans drink instant coffee, which is something you pour and it dissolves in the water. And they've been accustomed to doing this for a very long time. So it's very hard to make a society break habits, but it's actually happening. And we're gonna get to see right now a place in Baja, here in Tijuana, that is at the spearhead of that movement. This is Crossing South. We're going to the art of coffee. Stay with us, folks. It's Crossing South. Ah, the sweet aroma of flavorful coffee beans. Being roasted on the very spot is very common with modern hipster generations, but Tijuana is looking to catch on.
Well, right now we're actually, I think, one of the top cities of coffee in Mexico.
You're kidding? Top cities?
Yeah, including Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Tijuana. It transcends borders, and we have now competitions or competitors from Tijuana that go to San Diego to the competitions.
Is the reaction like, who the heck are these guys?
Yeah, where they came from?
Mexico? Don't they just have burritos down there?
Right.
So after the initial shock that you're not showing up mounted on a donkey, wearing sandals and a big old sombrero and a poncho, after the initial shock is gone, they're pretty cool with you guys.
We have a great time, and we also share information and knowledge about coffee, about technique, everything else. And
so in effect, instead of building walls, you guys are breaching them, establishing diplomatic relations through coffee.
Through coffee. That's right. It's a common language. It's an international language, coffee.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Educating the population is a necessary first step in order for them to take to something they simply are not used to.
Consumers are getting now more sophisticated, and it's amazing how they travel a lot here in Tijuana. People do travel a lot, and they get to know other places that sell really good coffee.
Yeah.
But as we got caught up with this wave of artisan wine and beer,
right,
the consumer base expanded because now people wanted to have great wines, great beer, and great coffee. So that's how we got to grow, and also it got more demanding, more sophisticated, the consumer.
Right. What do you do here?
Well, we roast coffee, Mexican coffee, of course. And this is a 10-kilo drum roaster from Veracruz, which I think pretty amazing that we have Veracruz brand right here. We're a Mexican company roasting Mexican coffee, and we bought this 10-kilo drum roaster.
So what would be the official title of a business like this?
Roastery.
A roastery.
Roastery, yeah.
Jorge's philosophy is unselfish, to say the least, since he believes sharing his expertise will only be beneficial for everyone. You actually help people set up businesses so that the industry grows. Why is that? Tell me about that.
For me, it's very simple. If you expand the growth of the base of consumers, then we will have more business, no matter how many cafes open or roasteries.
How many people would you say you've helped open their coffee shop, where you've trained them, tell them what to do, and they are fully operational right now?
I would say around 20 to 25.
You're kidding. Man, so if somebody wants to blame, who's responsible for...
They can blame me.
They can trace it.
Yeah,
they can trace
it back
it
to me.
You. What do you call this type of coffee? I mean, how is it known in the industry?
Specialty coffee.
Specialty coffee,
right?
Okay,
Which is the top end of coffee. We have commercial grade, and
right.
below that quality, which is probably all the cafes that we were drinking when we were young. But now the specialty coffee industry, it's getting bigger. It's a niche in the market.
Right.
I made a trip back then with my business partner to Nayarit, and then we met some coffee producers which were really, really very poor. And we thought to ourselves, we could probably buy coffee from them, roast it over here in Tijuana, and sell the coffee.
What's your goal? I mean, where do you want to go?
It's to actually help farmers all the way across Mexico to buy better coffee and to pay them a much better price, because that's a known problem in agriculture, especially in Mexico, that people don't get paid enough. So that's why we have these migration issues, that people leave their farms over there in Chiapas or Oaxaca to cross the border. We were actually charging a premium for this coffee to the consumer, right? And for me, the understanding would be that we should pay farmers that premium also for their specialty coffee.
He left me in shock. I was expecting him to say, to open this empire of business where I just become the Donald Trump of coffee in Mexico. Such a noble intention, my friend. Thank you, Jorge.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's been enlightening. So we're going to get to see Jorge's handiwork. We're going to visit some coffee shops to see some of the people that he's awoken from instant coffee. To be part of the genesis of any industry is a privilege. Jorge may not be the first, but may well be responsible for a proliferation of specialty coffee shops in the region. His interest in everyone benefiting, from the growers to the roasters, tells you a lot about the kind of person that he is. In our search to find who else might be responsible for the Tijuana coffee renaissance, we found a linchpin coffee shop credited for pioneering specialty coffee. So we get going to meet the trend-setting brewing sensei behind it all. His name, Alberto Song. People tell me that you were doing this before it was in style. Nobody else was doing it.
Everybody want to open a coffee shop and really make it really competitive.
Yeah?
But I think at the same time it's really good. I started in the farms in Chiapas in '97.
Really?
So I started like growing coffee, get familiar with all the production. And later on, I find out that I like it very much because I grew up in a city.
Yes.
So living in Chiapas was like
you love the farm life.
Yeah, very much. So that was my job to
educate,
to go in deeply inside to find out why good coffee from a bad coffee. What is the big difference?
Mexico was used to drinking instant coffee.
Yeah, you know that's it's one of the main problems in our country. We are the top 5 producers in the world. The worst thing is that we consume 75% of our coffee, instant coffee. We are like in the wave of wine, beer in Tijuana, so people, they stop it. They want to smell the wine, they want to smell the beer. So that's kind of people that I'm target. So I think now is a good time. So I don't want to be rude with people that say like, give me sugar and milk. But because I respect so much of the work of the farmers,
yes,
I don't have that kind of sugar or milk.
So you don't have it at all, even if people want it?
If people want it, like I said, I don't have it.
It doesn't exist here?
It doesn't exist here.
Oh my goodness. Alberto's not messing around, folks. One look at the seriousness with which he approaches his craft lets you know you are not just getting his best, but rather that you will experience something new and novel. They resemble geneticists trying to decode the secrets of the ultimate and pure cup of coffee.
This taste, it will be like a grapefruit.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be like acidity.
A little bit of acidity, yeah.
The acidity, it's gonna be very citrus.
Okay. The way you're doing it, it makes me think like we don't need coffee machines. We just need something like that.
Very simple.
Right?
The simple way is the most delicious thing.
Why am I wasting time with coffee machines, you know, when I can just...
I know, it sometimes gets so complicated. What button I should press, right?
It smells delicious.
Delicious, and it will come, it's like a French press. So it will come with sediments, and the sediments make it really tasty, I will say.
Is the reason why it looks like this what you mentioned of this coffee being lightly roasted as opposed to
that's
dark roast?
Dark roast, is, you will see different color.
That's why it's not black?
Yes, it's not black.
So is this better, a light roast?
I rather prefer light that you can get flavors. Because when you make it light, you will get different flavors. I will say
Than a dark roast.
more than 100 flavors you will get when it's light.
Oh, really?
When it's dark, it's only one flavor.
Oh, wow.
It's only bitterness.
Why don't more people do this? Light roast.
I don't know.
It's a good question, viewers. Please help me answer this. Oh my goodness. That is awesome.
They will say flavors. You will say that you get sweetness, then acidity, and then bitterness.
Okay, I saw you sip a little bit like.
I sip because we have a pH. So when you get air, you neutralize the pH.
I'm not a pro like Alberto, but I'm gonna try. Okay. I'm almost choking.
How was the flavor?
Wow, it's fruity.
It's fruity. It's really fruity.
It's really fruity.
You know
Wow, this is like no coffee I've ever tasted before.
Okay, that's what people say. That you know the best comment ever I heard is when people say like, "Wow, this tastes whatever,
Wow.
but no coffee."
Like it wants to be bitter, but it doesn't make it.
No.
It doesn't make it.
No, well, you feel a little bit of bitterness.
But it's almost like it doesn't, like it wants to, but it doesn't quite reach. It doesn't reach
No.
bitterness.
Maybe you can think it's a tea.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
That's
like a punch.
Like a punch, perfect. So that's the beautiful thing. So fine coffees. Fine coffee, they have many flavors.
But he wasn't done. The gauntlet was halfway over. This is the ancient way, which is like your test tube setup here.
Wow, you're getting professional.
You know what? The one thing I will say, the other one's much fruitier than this.
Okay.
It has much more fruit than this.
So the only bitterness that you get there is about the chlorogenic acid.
Right.
So get it,
It's
but
not
disappear.
It's not overwhelming.
No, it's not
It doesn't
overwhelming.
stay.
It
Like
doesn't
it's
stay.
gone.
One more question. Do you still have more chance to try a new drink?
Yeah, of course.
The same coffee, but make it with a cold brew. But I do it in a traditional Japanese style.
What would that be?
The Japanese style is that they put in a tower and they put the ice drop by drop, heat the coffee. And it usually takes like 20 hours to get the coffee.
Oh, you do that.
Yeah, I do it. It's worth it to wait for the 20 hours because the coffee, it's really sweet, bold.
Do you have that?
I have it. So you
Am I
want to try
gonna
it?
taste that?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit. The acidity is almost disappear because it's cold. You get acidity when you make the brewing hot.
Okay.
But we are making the brewing in a cold way. Caffeine content is really high.
It's really hot. So you sip it like it was hot.
No, less, the half,
Even less.
less.
Even less than you were drinking
Yes.
hot coffee.
I don't know, you tolerate caffeine very much?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you can do it. I mean,
No, but I mean, I'm
But
not.
a tiny sip.
A tiny sip. I don't want to overdose
to
here.
get to get the flavor because it's very bold, the flavor.
Death by coffee here at the hands.
I hope not. But it's really good because the traditional Japanese way is the one I like it.
Okay.
Try it. It's bold, but the sweetness
It's delicious.
is really good, right?
It's delicious.
It's really, you don't need to put sugar and milk.
No, it's super sweet.
You can even drink it without, just plain coffee, right? How much portion of water to coffee, the temperature of the water.
There's a
So
science to this.
there are so many variables that you have to consider before making coffee. If you apply to wine, it doesn't exist, but to coffee, it's a big issue.
You're like a mad scientist, man.
Hopefully, the fruit of the coffee is even sweeter than the grapes.
Really? Then why don't more people eat the fruit of the coffee?
Because of the contents of chlorogenic acid is really high. So it's like
Hurts your stomach?
no, make you to go to the.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't
It's a
know.
laxative. It's a
Yes, very
laxative.
very much. So when I get the Japanese style in 20 hours, this one in 3 hours, I put it together, I mix it.
Oh, so you make them individually and then you mix them.
Yeah, I mix it. So it gets these flavors. This bottle is a served for 4 people.
Oh, nice.
So you can say, it could be like a whiskey or like
Of course.
Because I didn't know how much energy has this drink. And one of my customers, he ran 100 miles.
Oh my goodness.
So he took like 25 hours running for 25 hours. And he was drinking this drink.
You're kidding.
And he told me that he made it at the end because of the energy of the drink. And it's totally natural. So I started like thinking, wow, this thing has a lot of energy.
How can I package this and make $1 million, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things I discovered.
Take that, Gatorade. This is what you should be drinking. Where do you see it going here in the city? I mean, where's it at?
Now it's like, it's a boom.
Correct.
It's a boom, boom, boom.
It's novel
But
right now.
I believe that all the coffee houses that concentrate making things correctly with a lot of quality and with a lot of love,
Yes.
what they're doing it, they're gonna survive.
You think you'll kick out Starbucks anytime soon from the city?
No, I don't know. I don't know that much, but because it's a big
There's
company.
room for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
it's a room for everyone.
I've met people here in the city who roast at their homes, like literally in a skillet. You know, they're literally on the stove roasting the beans right there. So I don't know if that's probably wrong.
Well, that's
I would ask you.
if you're in the middle of the forest, I think it's the only chance that you can do it. But if you can get like a popcorn machine,
Okay.
and you can do it for $20,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
gonna be really good.
Really?
Yeah, before
Literally a popcorn machine.
a popcorn machine, you can do it. It's very simple.
You're kidding
Because
me.
you just press the setting, and in 6 minutes you will get the coffee. And it's even better because I did it like probably, I would say by back 2002, before I have my big roaster.
Yeah.
I used to roast coffee in that way.
You heard it here. If you really want to taste coffee made by someone for whom it's a labor of love, something with great care and detail, and this is the guy right here to talk to. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
You have a very good reputation. You should know that your fellow coffee makers in the city speak very highly about you.
Oh, thank you very much.
So everyone recognizes you as a pioneer in the city, and we're very happy to have met you.
No, thank you very much to see you and to have you here in my place.
It's so special. So crossing south, friends, don't go anywhere. More coming your way. Stay with us.
Next, we move from innovative coffee to innovative tacos.
So behind me is Paseo de los Héroes in Tijuana. That's the main drag, commercial hub, the most aesthetic avenue in Tijuana. And we found a pretty interesting seafood taco place that used to be part of a gastro park, like the ones we've showed before on the show. But now they've graduated, they've all grown up, and they've gone about on their own steam. So we're gonna check it out right now. Follow me, folks. It's Crossing South. How you doing, my friend?
Good, how are you, man?
Jorge, you're Roberto, right?
Roberto.
Mendoza. So, talk to me about this Carreta taco shop. You know, I think you've got pretty creative logos and stuff. Used to be part of a gastro park.
We started in a little truck, a little carreta.
A food truck?
Yeah.
Oh, it was less than a food truck. It was
yeah,
like a little,
little
cart.
carreta.
Yeah.
On the streets, and then
Really?
we go to a food park.
Okay, so I see a progression, right? So there's the cart.
Yeah, we started in the
food truck?
Food truck, yeah, big food truck.
And now this
then,
place.
Yeah, and this
So-
place.
So if you're progressing, it means people are liking it because you grow when people come to see you.
We need a little bit more space, and actually, for us, for the kitchen, we need something a little bit bigger.
So you're doing good. Now talk to me about the food because that's the reason why you're doing so good. Tell me about the food. What style of food are you making?
Okay, the type it's seafood. Okay,
Seafood.
yeah, it's kind of a street seafood.
Street seafood.
Yeah, that's why we put it Carreta Taco Shop,
Yeah.
and it's Cocina Urbana from TJ. We use different ingredients like fruits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we use a lot of fruits. We use mango, pineapple.
Oh my goodness.
We use a lot of star fruit. Do you know which one is the star fruit?
Star fruit? No,
yeah.
I can't say I do.
The name in Spanish is carambola.
Oh, wow.
But in English, it's star fruit, and it's really, really good. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
good. We're growing up because the food is good.
That's right.
We have a lot of customers from San Diego.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Los Angeles, from San Diego.
Who cross south?
Yeah, they
to-
cross. They
to
call.
hit your place.
Sometimes they call. Hey, I'm making the line to get in Tijuana. Can you do me this? And I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
And, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
we have a lot of
that's
customers
smart.
from there.
That's smart. Oh, well, it's good to know. It's good to know. If you're already getting clientele from the States, that means that they'll probably enjoy this segment. So let's
Okay.
get right to it. Let's see what
man.
you got going.
All right.
It's Crossing South, folks. Let's see what Roberto's going to cook up for us. Let's do it.
Folks, Baja California has an overabundance of fresh ingredients, which allows free thinkers to create food combinations like the ones you see here right now. Oh boy, I'm getting teary-eyed.
Okay, so this one, folks, this one is an adobada shrimp taco.
Adobada tacos are some of the best tasting ones in Mexico. And if you ever see that big old hunk of meat that is spinning, I don't know what you call that big old thing, that hunk of meat that they have. And he's got pineapple here on it as well. And apparently the recipe is like the Mexico City adobada recipe. The sweetness of the fruit just gives it a taste you've never had before. Okay, so this little skyscraper right here, this is the specialty of the house. Handmade tortilla. It's got some arrachera meat, very popular, that type of meat here in Mexico. Shrimp, and it's got some, kind of like what you would call chicharrón in Spanish. Normally it's like deep fried pork rinds, but instead of pork rinds, it's octopus, so deep fried octopus on it. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. I do not know how to eat this without making a mess, but then again, you're kind of used to that, right, folks? Okay, let me see if we can pass some avocado here so it doesn't feel left out on the first bite. Oh boy. Oh, I'm in nirvana right now. I cannot describe to you how good this thing is. Oh my goodness. If you are like me, I'm the kind of guy that likes to pile in a lot of taste. This is a combination. This in itself is like a sampler platter. The taste of this really tender meat, of the shrimp, of the octopus, the fried octopus. I love octopus to begin with. The queso taco is a TJ staple. There's multiple places that offer the queso taco. So what it is, it's a wrapped fried cheese, and you can put anything you want inside. Now he put marlin on this, so it's a marlin queso taco with avocado and a chipotle mayonnaise. So you squeeze it so it bleeds a little. And you kind of like, you want that? You want the sauce, because the sauce is good, right? So, all right. So far, so good. We're doing good. I have to say I like better the other two, but it's very good as well. Some of the Klingons would eat, right? For all you Star Trek nerds over there. Sorry. You've got some tuna drenched in a special, marinated in a special Oriental sauce. Let's do it. This is the spicy thing they have right here. You've got cucumber, you've got your purple onions, and you've got your star fruit, the one he mentioned earlier. I guess it's a pretty easy fruit to name, but that's it, folks. That's it. And you've got the aguachile sauce, which is made in chiltepin peppers, which are circular sphere small peppers. I'm scared, but I'll do it. I'll do it. And you should too. Just no angry letters if you get your tongue all spiced up, right? Okay. Look at this. Okay. If you really want to try really fresh food, fresh food that tastes like it's really off the boat, not frozen, you literally feel healthy as you're eating it. These tostadas are it. Wow, man. It's almost raw tuna. It tastes awesome. So there it is, folks. Tijuana, if you need it. One of the many things going on in the city. We hope you liked the show. Hope to see you next time. You take care. I have some stuff to do here, so just like between us. So after spending time with these inventive and generous craftsmen, we leave this city satisfied with what we have found and relish at the thought of what will happen the next time we cross south.
Like to know more about the places you've just seen? Maps, videos, podcasts, and more at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.